Got all the skins off my onions, and now I am going to, I rinsed these ones, the dirt on the onions from the garden. So anyways, rinse these ones, and I am going to, you can chop them however you'd like. I am going to just do rough chop sizes that I would do to just however I normally cook my onions, which is about that. Every once in a while I'll slice them for like burritos or tacos or whatever. But other than that, they're pretty much always just roughly chopped. So. Okay, so we are all done. I'm all done with chopping up the onions and getting them all done, and I've put them all in their jars now. There's more than I expected to come out of this actually. So it's gonna fill up the fridge, but that's okay. I already mixed the brine to ferment them in. So it is just salt and water. It's, let me look at my recipe. It's 4 teaspoons of salt to 1 quart-sized jar. So this is a gallon, so this is 8 teaspoons of salt. And I use Redmond's real salt. It is like the best. So I'm just gonna pour this I'm going to pour this on top of my onions, making a mess. That's so annoying. Okay, just up to the base of the neck. That one got a little high, but that's okay. And then I'm going to take my little glass weight and stick it right on top. Push it under. I just stuck the little glass weight on top so all the onions are pressed down under the water. And then I'm just going to take my lid and stick it on top. I forgot to bring over a ring, but anyways, I'll screw it on and then I'm just gonna let it sit. I'm actually gonna put it, you wanna put it in a dark, dry spot, so I'm gonna put it under in my kitchen cabinets. I'm gonna cover these all up, get them all in their brines, and then stick them in the cabinet, and then you have to pop the lid. It's called burping. I'll take off the lid. I'm gonna start off morning and night and see how it goes. I'm burping my jar. So yeah, I'm just gonna do the rest of these, cover them all up, pop them under there. Now I did want to tell you, I saw this nifty little trick from Farmhouse on Boone. I only have 4 of these weights and I thought that's all I would need. Turns out the onions went further than I thought. So I ran out of the weights, but I need something to press the onions down under the water. And anyways, Lisa showed this little trick. Put a rock in a Ziploc baggie, and then just, if you don't have those little weights, and then press the onion down with the weight of the rock to keep it under the water. I'll fold it up and just stick it on my onions. But yeah, so if you don't have these, worst case scenario, you can get a rock and stick it in a Ziploc baggie and just to hold those, whatever you're fermenting, down. So that's that. I'm going to finish this up and then I'm going to stick these. Oh, I'm going to let them ferment 10 to 14 days. I'm probably going to go 10 days. For me, it's not necessarily about building up the probiotics. I know it should be, but realistically, I'm probably going to cook all these onions. I did it so that I could get them shelf stable. This is why I'm fermenting them. So I can just have shelf stable onions. Now I'm going to have to store these in a cold place to be shelf stable. It's not like they can just be stored in the house or anything, or else they'll just keep fermenting. And so you need to put it in a cold spot where it will stop it. So I'm going to keep them in the fridge for now, or once their 10 days is up, after they're done fermenting, I'm done burping them and everything like that, 10 days, I'm going to call it good, and then I'll pop them in my fridge. And then once, hopefully, I'm so hoping this is still going to happen, we're going to get a root cellar, and then I will transfer these from my fridge into the root cellar. So either way, for this year, this is how we're doing it. I more than likely won't do it in the future like this. Unless I have a root cellar, it works out great because I can just put them right down in there. But it does take up a lot of fridge room. So if we have a root cellar, absolutely I'll do it this way because it makes it easy. It's all chopped up. All I have to do once these are all done and fermented and ready to go, all I have to do is just add them into my dish. Super, super fast and easy for cooking. And yeah, so if we have a root cellar, which I would think for sure next year we will have one, I probably actually will do it because it's so nice. Now I don't have to deal with any chopping of onions, and I just grab my jar and add it into my dish. So however many I want. But anyways, that's what I'm doing with these onions. And yeah, so I'll go ahead and finish this up, and I just wanted to show you how I'm going to store my onions for the winter, which obviously this is not enough to feed our family for winter, but it's going to get us by for a while. It'll be interesting to see. This is 8 jars. I had 1 grocery bag full of onions from our garden, and so it worked out to be 8 jars, half-gallon jars. So it'll be interesting to see how long this amount of onions does last our family. Pretty stoked about it, pretty excited. Feels good to get the onions done and stored up. Yeah, pretty simple, easy way. And if you like onions just straight with raw, without cooking them up, these are going to be loaded with probiotics. So super, super good for you. The only way we'd probably eat it raw is on, tacos or something like that. Or sandwiches too. So when we have those opportunities, that'll be wonderful too, because it will be loaded with probiotics for us. So just wanted to show you guys, and I hope you guys have a great week. Something I forgot to mention, guys, was when you go to burp your jar, there might be some excess flow of liquid, and you can just dump a little bit off into the sink or whatever, because it might start spilling over. So the other thing is you could leave it in a jar, or not a jar, but a pan or a dish or something, which I actually might do that just to prevent anything getting kind of dirty under there in my cabinet. So I'm actually probably going to do that as well, just store it on this pan here. And then the one other thing was use filtered water. So yeah, so all it is these are half-gallon jars filled with onions. I mix my brine separately. That is 4 teaspoons of salt would be for a quart, so I need to double it. So 8 teaspoons of salt for a quart jar, and then to the top with water. Cover the onions, filtered water. So anyways, so I'm just gonna stick these under there. Got an itch in my eye and I got salt on my fingers. I'm gonna just stick these on this pan into my cabinet, and every day, like I said, morning and night, I'm going to just unscrew it and then just pop my lid, just let it burp. And then yeah, morning and night I'll do that, and then wait till about 10 days, and then I'm gonna call them good, and I will off all my little weights and store them up. So simple as that. That is it. Well, I guess that's how I'm doing my onions this winter. I just wanted to show you guys how I'm going to do that, and I will catch you next time.